Welcome to Gamers 2 Cents, where we're the gaming bros, not the pros. I hope everybody had a happy holiday and a happy upcoming new year. How was your holidays, guys?
It was
Pretty good.
wonderful.
Pretty good.
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was
So,
fun.
what'd you eat?
Everything
Uh,
I could, man.
yeah,
We
anything I
had
can get my
a
hands on.
literally we had a work party and I ate everything. And then I went to a friend's house and they had a party and I ate everything. It was great. I gained like 10 pounds.
Oh, and I drank a lot of eggnog with alcohol in it too. That was really good.
I was on duty. I couldn't drink alcohol. I was so sad. That's
Oh,
why I
of
had to
course.
make it up by eating food.
All right,
I did.
so that sounds cool. Uh, we're gonna start by talking about this. Is what it's funny because half was talking about this game. Then the trailer popped up on PlayStation. It's called Front Mission 3 Remake. And I
Isn't it
shared it.
funny how I do that? I always do that. I speak things into existence, and you never acknowledge it, but it always happens time and time again. It happened with Onimusha, however you pronounce that fucking game. It happened with Ninja Gaiden, and now here it is again with Front Mission. Glory be, praise the sun. I'm happy.
All right, so how about you tell us what this game's about? I've never played it.
Well, they're all different stories. It's not a continuation, so I don't know what this one's gonna be about. It could be something totally different, but the game generally plays as a strategy game, turn-based strategy game. You get a mech, you get different weapons from the arms, you get to customize the legs, the head, the body. I mean, the game itself, I haven't really, I haven't seen too much about this one, so I can't speak that much on it. But if they're just keeping it the same, then people are probably going to play the game more so for nostalgia purposes rather than a completely new, revamped, modern take on it. But again, I don't know enough about it right now, just based off the trailer. It's all speculation, so.
Based on the trailer, it looks like it's a little bit like that, like the tactics kind of style, where it's like got that grid system and you're like running around or sort of thing. Or
Yep.
oh,
Yep.
gotcha. All right, yeah, and then it has a lot of customization on the mechs. That is something. Sounds like it could be kind of fun for anyone who likes that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah!
Mm-hmm.
So back to
Yeah.
you.
Okay, yes. Sorry, I was making my coffee. Let's see.
What kind of coffee you making?
Don't worry. Level 5 CEO spoke about AI
Sorry.
use. Aki, I'm gonna mess this up. Akihiro Hino, CEO and president of Level 5, was talking about it at like an academy. It's developed by Japan's CESA, Computer Entertainment Suppliers Association, and it's in collaboration with government associated organizations. So it's basically just to help raise new game developers. And he's basically one of the things that stuck out is that he says that 80 to 90% code are done by AI, then finalized by humans. And it's funny because this came out after Larian from Larian Studio. Wait, what's his name, right? Larian? Larian Studios
Yeah,
CEO talking about using AI, and people basically dogpiled on him. Well, he made it worse. He made it worse because he said, "Holy fuck, guys!" I would. It was a whole funny situation. He shouldn't have jumped. He shouldn't have said anything. But yeah. So now,
I
uh,
don't know anything of what you just said. Please elaborate. So
oh my god! Basically, he was talking about they're gonna you have some AI use in uh, Divinity, I believe. God damn! Now I gotta look this
the new
up.
title is Divinity, yeah. But
Yeah.
ba- basically, this article from Akihiro Hino, he's saying that currently, he's at working as actively as a developer, so he often finds himself thinking about AI technology and how it's encroaching into the creative world. They're saying like currently 80 to 90% of all code is written by an AI and then fixed and finalized by human programmers. And then that's also now AI is also encroaching into art, music, and game design on a much larger scale, where it's starting to become much more common sense in the creative world to rely on the power of AI to boost work efficiency. So that's why, and then he makes sense that for this academy and to try to foster new developers, he's saying, that's why I believe that an aesthetic sense is a necessary skill for future game developers. So, that's what he's thinking, that the next generation of game developers is going to be a lot more about trying to have that whole, aesthetic sense, try to touch up and make improvements on what AI already does versus less so making your own work from scratch. And I feel like that's a very extreme version of what we have now, his opinion, because right now, like AI as a tool, I can understand. Like AI is a good tool for developers to use to help them boost efficiency, to help them do tasks that other people don't want to do. But it's also encroaching, like you said, it's encroaching on other aspects that humans are much better at, I believe, like art, music, game design. I don't know if you have anything to add on that half, if you have an opinion on that.
You would use AI if you needed to on some annoying small things. Wouldn't you, comrade, in your job?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a great tool. Like it helps you a lot. Like, but the problem with AI is like right now, at least right now, and maybe that'll be fixing the aftermath, is like it doesn't have that creativity. It can't create new things. It's always using things that it knows that it's seen in the past. So it's a good tool to help you get to a certain point. It's a great tool to help you alleviate stress and reduce your workload. But you can't, like he's saying, like you can't rely on it 100%. That's like 80 to 90% of the code is written by AI. That's good, but you still need to have those people fix that. And honestly, like art, music, I don't think AI is ready to be used solely for art and music or game design on large scale. I don't think that's possible yet. Maybe it will be in the future, and we'll see how that turns out. But I don't think it's ready for that, and I don't want it to start doing that because I don't think it's good. None of the products that are fully AI are good.
Agreed.
Yet.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, actually, there are some that are actually really freaking good that I heard, and I hate, as much as I hate to admit it, but
He
I'm
says
not gonna
that
give
because he
those.
sounds like he uses it.
No, I mean, I'm talking about we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about me listening to some AI music that was freaking incredible. It was undeniably really good. You can, I mean, and the thing is, most people wouldn't be able to tell it was AI unless you told them. Like we're at that point now in music where you probably won't really know, I guess, unless somebody tells you, because beats are also being made with AI.
They won't know until tour happens.
Yeah, sure, I guess that's one way to find out. And Progressive, they make one of their commercials strictly with AI.
I saw that one. That was I've heard a lot of people dogpile on that one.
So you know what I'm talking about. See? So
I don't. Elaborate. Elaborate.
That commercial is apparently not very good, if I remember correctly. If we're thinking the same one.
Yeah, it wasn't good. You're right.
It was basically entirely generative AI. It was not good. It was
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just like slop.
Elaborate,
basically.
elaborate.
just imagine the AI slop, the typical AI slop that you see like on TikTok and stuff. It was that, but in the form of a huge, massive corporation putting out a like 5-minute commercial about their product using like generative AI slop.
Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's a thing too. And then I use AI in photography to extend the background borders when I take
Mhm.
pictures for Instagram, because without that I would have to basically get a bigger studio because of Instagram's crop factor.
Mm.
But that's the only time I use AI for photography. Some people kind of abuse it when it comes to retouching the faces, like removing blemishes and pimples and smoothing out the skin,
Mhm.
blending the face contour so everything matches correctly with the lighting. And people like newer models and stuff, when they see these pictures, it looks okay to them, or it looks good to them, but they don't really know any better about what a good picture actually really looks like. So what ends up happening is people end up just, abusing the AI and stuff. So I don't know. My point to all this is there's two sides to it, and what he's saying isn't new. I talked to Saab about this. AI being in fighting games used to create the stages, I think like earlier this year or last year. So and him basically saying um making an aesthetics sense a must. I mean, like I said, I agree with you, comrade. As long as it's good, then I'll dig it, you know. But if it's just some slop, copy and paste slop, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna be kind of turned off, especially if there's a large crowd of people who enjoy it.
Mm.
So
That's the thing. Like I agree with you. Like extending the borders, you're using it as a tool, and but you're not abusing it. I think that's the important part. That's a good point. I didn't mention. Yeah, it's useful. It's helpful. But like you said, you can't. If you start abusing it, then you just start straying away from what it's intended for and what the original vision of the image would have been.
exactly.
So I don't know if you have anything to add.
The Larian, it was something about they're pushing hard to use generative AI to use in their game, and people got mad, and he said, "Holy fuck!" Basically, we're not here saying we're gonna replace the artist. Basically, they just looking to use it, and obviously, somebody who's not PR trained kind of sounds like me. That he just said what was on his mind, and it's like everybody's like, yeah, we don't care for that response. But he's right. So good. That's it, pretty much. What else I gotta say?
Right? Yeah. Sounds
Um,
right.
moving on. The biggest news, one of the biggest news of the year, is Vincent Pella passed away. That man, if you guys take a look at his sheet, he shaped a lot of games that you've played. He's like one of the best directors. Could be, if you want to put him in top 5. Man, he's one of the. I did not know this about him, but I did know he worked at EA. But I did not know he worked on Medal of Honor Allied Assault. I bought that when I was younger. Me, I don't know why I forgot. I was into Medal of Honor. That was a PC exclusive. Actually, still is to this day. Man, that was a really good freaking game. And over the years, it is still one of the best Medal of Honor games ever released. And Vincent Pella worked on it. He was one of the leaderships in there working on that. And then I guess I don't know what happened. Something happened business wise, and then he left. He co-founded Infinity Ward in 2002. Then they started making a Medal of Honor Killer. It's the code name. Obviously turned into Call of Duty. So there must have been some kind of like issues in the background with EA and all that. Sounds kind of petty, but hey, you know what? It did what it did. It killed the Medal of Honor franchise. They started the Call of Duty. He co-created obviously the Call of Duty. After that, they had worked with Activision for a while. Bro, I remember this at the time. They did Modern Warfare 2. After that, they were fired by Activision because both Zampella and Jason West are two of the founders of Infinity Ward. They were looking for 36 million in bonuses and royalties. Obviously, it went to court, and they Activision eventually paid them an undisclosed amount. They settled. Then he went to co-found Respawn in 2010, which obviously created Titanfall series, Apex Legends, Star Wars: The Jedi series, and he went on to do EA put his the Battlefield Studios, which is a collab of DICE, Ripple Effect Studios, Criterion Games, and Motor Studios under Vince Zampella's leadership, which created the best Battlefield in a long time. So this man, it's like poetic if you see it. He created one of the best Medal of Honor games. Something happened. He was so pissed off, him and the team, because a lot of the members that came to make Call of Duty came from the Medal of Honor. So there must have been some kind of issue. So that's why they dubbed him Medal of Honor Killer. He did that, and he went on, have more petty, pissed off, made Respawn, created the Titanfall series and Apex, which are good games in their own, which is some of the top, first-person shooters. This guy, and he did Battlefield, which took on Call of Duty, which he co-created, which is direct competitor, to beat it. This guy, seriously, he just went on to. It wasn't just him, obviously. It's his passion as a leader to push the team in order to beat. Basically, it's just poetry. He worked on Medal of Honor, then to Call of Duty, then to face it one-on-one like a boxer and beat them down, It's just amazing, him. I know I'm all over the place, but yeah, what do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, like I said, I agree with you. Like, he's good guy in the industry, like crazy legend in the industry. Kind of like you said, literally created a winning product and just something happened and he just created a better product that killed his previous one. And then he came and did it again. Like, he just kept doing it multiple times, just creating his own product and just forming a new studio and making a better product every single time. I mean, respect to him. Like I said, he's a legend in the industry, like very acclaimed head, and he will be missed. Yeah.
Like, if I have to think about it, I have to look at other directors to have a path like him where you're facing your own product multiple times, creating new things, encouraging creativeness. And he's old school too. It's just to think about it. You know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of directors out there, game directors, that do amazing work, right? But to face off against the thing you worked on and put your heart and soul into, and it's just like, to think about that gets my mind blown personally. But go ahead, Half.
I don't really have much to add besides what you guys said. I'll just pay my respects to him. I didn't know he also worked on Titanfall and Apex Legends.
Well, I believe he also worked on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
His favorite Star Wars is Empire Strikes Back. There's a thing back then. He loved Star Wars, he said. So he's very passionate.
Yeah, I enjoyed Apex Legends a lot when it first came out. I played the shit out of that, and I know you love Titanfall.
Yes, Bob loves that game.
He loves that game, and I really liked Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. I played the shit out of that game, and so I'm just gonna pay my respects to him. And that's all I have to say about that.
Hey, I like it because there's no other game like it.
Yo,
How do the Japanese folk? They're all about the mechs. They're the mech kings. You can't create a first person shooter, call a mech down in a multiplayer. You know what I mean? And like, we need another one. We need another one. But obviously, without Vince Appella, it's not gonna happen because he had pull. So, yeah, respect. All right, let's move on. Famitsu had asked 191 developers and celebrities their favorite games of 2025, and there's top 20. And I did share a bunch of stuff, but that's because Genki he's he's a Japanese journalist, game journalist or something like that. So I think it's a lot of translation, I believe, because I don't think anybody else had translated it. So that's why I guess he started sharing, I guess, a translation or something of creators. So that's why you saw a bunch of them. You can, it's the top 20, right? But like I said, it's just little things. That's why I share those. I was wondering if one of those surprised you in any of those,
So there you
the
go.
directors.
So, I mean, the one that surprised me was number 3, Urban Myth. Like I could go down the list, like Claire Obscura, Expedition 33, number 1. Then number 2 was Ghost of Yote. The number 3 was Urban Myth Disillusion Center. That does surprise me. Like I said, that's not a game that I heard about, but I mean, it looks, when I looked it up, it looked like it's an interesting, like, side-scrolling story kind of game about, like,
Oh yeah, that game. I looked at it. I'm curious, but yeah, this is Japanese focus. Everybody, Famitsu is more
it's basically
Japanese
like
country.
what did they say? They're a detective agency for anomalies, and it's like a bit, looks like a 2D bit game. I'm surprised. Like, so I'm surprised that got to number 3. Most of the other ones I'm not surprised about, like Monkey Kong, Donkey Kong. Fucking, I said Monkey Kong, Donkey Kong Bonanza, then Mario Kart, then Dragon Quest. Number 7 was Monster Hunter. I'm surprised that number 8 was Silent Hill F. I would have expected that to be higher up on the list. Then number 9, Pokemon Legends ZA. Saab gonna be pissed off that fucking Pokemon Legends beat number 10, which is Death Stranding 2. I'm sure you're surprised that that's not higher up on the list, Saab, because you were gushing over that game.
yeah, he was. He loves that game.
Let's see. Number 11, Elden Ring Night Rain. Once again, kind of surprised it's not higher up on the list because, like I said, a lot of people are gushing over that game. Ball Pit, that's number 12. That was one of the contenders for Indie Game of the Year here, so that's not a huge surprise. It's an entertaining game. It looks like it's an entertaining game, at least. I don't know. 13 is Street Fighter 6. 14 for Japan apparently is Battlefield 6. Apparently Battlefield 6 is a lot bigger here in the US than it is in Japan.
Oh, this is
15
favorite games. This is not sales. Remember that.
Gotcha. Favorite games. 15 is SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm not a huge Gundam guy. Half, I don't know if you played this. You like Gundams.
This game is trash to me, to be honest. I'm actually surprised this game is up here. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Very well. I will take your word for it. Number 16 is Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time.
What? Don't you love these titles?
I mean, yeah, no, I know of the Fantasy Life series. I never played this one in particular, but it's like a little chibi art. The one I had was like a little chibi sort of art style where the whole point is you could be anything, like a cook or a chef or a warrior, and you can do your own thing. You make your own fantasy life. So I can imagine it's like if it's like on a handheld console, that probably is the game that a lot of people would play. So not surprised. Let's see, 17 Shadowverse Worlds Beyond. I don't know if Saab knows anything about this one.
I don't know shit.
I think it's a cards game.
It's apparently I was looking on Steam and I found it funny. Reviews are either mixed or mostly negative on Steam.
It's a collectible card game you can play on ISO as well, phone. So a lot of these are
yeah,
phone
so-
games in the bottom. It seems.
So
I played this
honestly,
game a couple years
Go ahead.
ago.
okay, were you a
I
fan?
didn't- it surprisingly drew me in for like a good 19 hours between 3 days. I don't know how, and then I just stopped playing it. Never played it again. So I think the appeal is there, but I don't know. It could get kind of ridiculous.
Like I said, the thing that I thought was hilarious is because when I searched it up on Steam, it's currently rated as a mostly negative review. Everyone apparently hates it right now, so it made it on the list though. Number 18 on their list was Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evalis Chronicles, which is the remake of the remastered definitive version of the classic Final Fantasy.
Hmm.
Which is once again a tactics game.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 19 was Sultan's Game. I actually honestly don't know anything about this one. It's another like sort of like card-based system based on like the imagery that I was looking at. It looks like it's got a very like interesting art style. Definitely not something that I've seen before. I don't know if you know anything about this one, Sub.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it looks interesting. I like I said, this is again a one that I didn't expect to come up on this, which is nice. And then I don't know if you know how to pronounce the little O with 2 dots about it.
I want that
above
game.
it.
That's on one of the games I want to play too. It's made by one developer in Japan, I believe. And
How do you pronounce it, Sub?
I don't know. Ooh.
Ooh.
How do you pronounce the O with the circles above it?
Looks like a
Ew.
face. I'm shocked.
Ooh.
Yeah.
like a fish eye.
What is it? Or made by saying E, so ew.
Maybe.
Basically, like 3 O's. It's like a little platformer puzzle game, right? Sup?
Yep.
Yes, that's a reason why I want to play it based on the graphics. Not because it's made by a single person. It's the graphics, and I like puzzle and platform. So
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a like I said, a fun game for puzzle and platform. And you said it's made by one single developer.
yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. That it made the top 20 for a single developer. That's actually pretty huge. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
No, literally, like he had no backing, no nothing. He just himself.
Yeah, that's huge for like that's what I'm saying. That's good. Like to be able to get to the top 20 in any list for a single developer, just one guy, is massive.
So what's on the list that surprises you now that you read it, comrade? What are some of the?
Honestly, like I said, the sheer amount of like small titles. Like I said, I was expecting them to do a lot. Japan to want
Small?
more
What
of
the fuck you
big-
talking about? There's a lot of big titles there. Fool.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like ooh, it doesn't seem like one that's like I said, made by one developer. I didn't expect it to be on this list.
Now-
Honestly,
Now, what do you think of Yote being
not surprised.
I want to know. I want to know the other person's thought later.
I think that's cool.
No, I ain't asking you. I'm asking Comrade right
Well,
now.
Right, I'm not surprised because Yote is a very popular game.
What about Battlefield
It's a
6? Are
good
you
game.
surprised
I
that
enjoyed it.
out of the 191 developers and celebrities, Battlefield 6 is up there?
I'm not surprised at all. I'm actually surprised that Battlefield 6 is so down low on this list. I would have expected it to be higher on the list. Like I said, the one that surprised me the most is the fact, like I said, that Urban Myth Disillusion Center. That fact that's number 3. Like, that's a game I didn't know about at all, but apparently it's the 3rd most popular game up for these 191 developers and celebrities, and so that's that shocked me mostly.
All right.
A lot of these games most of these games are like big name games, which are not surprising. But honestly, like I said, the sheer number of like smaller games that are lesser known than the big ones is a lot. There's a lot of games on here that I didn't think would make it on this list, and that's a good thing.
All right. What about
Same.
you, Half? What do you think? What do you think of this whole list? I know your ass was hating Ghost of Yote. Say something. Say something. What did I tell you before? That Ghost of Yote will be top in Japan. And your ass is like, it's just another Ghost. Keep the same energy. Keep the same energy. See this comment? You see this change up?
I'm just not getting it. I'm just not getting it for full price. That's all. But I like Ghost of Yote. I was definitely surprised to see SD Gundam Generation Eternal on there. Like, what? And I don't know. It's not even like one of the better Gundam games in my opinion, but Ball and Pit, I didn't know about that. I had to look that up, but it looks like a pretty cool, couch game, comfort game, play with friends or something.
It was one of the Ball Pit was like I said in the Game Awards as well. It was one of the nominations for Best Indie, I believe.
Oh well, shit. I don't watch those, so I'm out the loop there. Urban Myth Disillusion Center. I looked this up, and this actually piqued my interest, especially with the art style.
Yeah.
I like pixelated stuff like that, so I actually wish listed that. And then didn't know anything about Fantasy Life, Shadowverse. Like I said, I played the card game, then I stopped. Wasn't much to it. Final Fantasy Tactics, I was surprised about that. Didn't know anything about Sultan's game or Ooh. And that's pretty much where everything else wasn't too much of a shocker though. They're pretty casual, the type of games you would see when you buy a PlayStation 5 bundle or some shit like that, I guess. Yeah, and that's all I have to say.
Back to you, Sub. Back to you.
To me, what? Oh,
Eventually.
a Ghost. I wasn't surprised. I've been saying it to y'all that people are saying, "Oh, another Ghost of Yote looks the same." Oh, there's a blah 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 blah. But I knew Ghost of Yote would hit more of the Japanese culture, harder, and I want people to say all that and keep the same energy and disrespect people who love anime, people who love video games, the Japanese video games. I want them to keep that same hate energy, to act like what they know what they're talking about. I'm surprised how high up Battlefield 6 is. That's an American product. I know Battlefield 6 is actually really popular in Japan, but I didn't. It's more focused on Oorah, and it's very so it's funny to say because it's a Swedish developer, but it's very American Oorah. You know what I'm saying? Like very focused on that, and those games are quite popular in Japan, surprisingly. What else?
That's right. This is right. That's right. I keep forgetting this is only Japan. 191 developers, celebrities. I keep forgetting that.
And the thing is, even if it wasn't these 191, I'm pretty sure Ghost of Yote and all that would be the same. It would be some of the, because from what I remember, I gotta pull up these, but Ghost of Yote is in a lot of top, probably game of the year or near second, third. Like it is high up compared to like the rest of the world, where they have it at like in 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people love that game over there in Japan. And rightfully so. I'm surprised Monster Hunter Wilds is still up there, even though all Japanese people have been complaining on Steam, just like America and other people, that Monster Hunter Wilds, the how it runs is just not it. That's why it fell off Game of the Year, because of how it runs. everybody gave it all the praise. Then obviously when it had all these issues on console and PC, it just went down. So I'm still surprised that it's still up there by these developers and stuff. But they're different thinking, the developers and celebrities. So, but yeah, it's awesome. Anything else you guys want to say about this, or the people who voted for it, like Genki, where I showed you um, some of the developers that voted, like a Dragon producer. He put Mario Kart as his #1 game of 2025. Then #2 is Switch 2 Welcome Tour. So when I saw that, I'm like, just stay developing games, please.
That's actually funny. One of the ones you posted on here, the Nier Automata, the Nier creator, Yoko Taro, his top 3 games were all arcade, like Galaga, like type games, which are obviously like the bullet hell games. And what does he develop? Basically, bullet hell games. So his top 3 games were games that he games that he creates are very heavily inspired by games that he enjoys playing. Clearly, so I thought that was actually kind of funny. Like that actually fell in line, like with that. I thought that was fun. Like
Let's see who else. Actually, let's go down the line. Like a Dragon Chief Director. #1 is Thank Goodness You're Here. Know nothing about that. 2 Despalote type. He had Indica as 5, and I like that. Indica's I like that story. I really like that story of Indica. Gameplay's not there, but the story is pretty awesome.
so, well, like it seems like his top 5 games are all like very story driven games. Thank goodness you're here. If I remember correctly, it was like I saw some streamers play it. I wasn't huge into it. I saw like it was like here at least there was like a week where a lot of streamers played it, and it's like a little comedic story driven game. I mean, like I said, it seems like all the games on his list are story driven games, and obviously he's making Like a Dragon in the Yakuza series, so very heavily story driven game. Like I said, a lot of these creators, it kind of just makes sense.
Nah, the Metal Gear series producer though, he put Metal Gear Solid Delta 5 as top 5. Bro, he's trying to jerk himself.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying. But yeah, let's move on. What else?
That's right. Oh, the Metal Gear Solid producer,
Oh, I know.
Norikayo Kamura. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah. Man, you jerking
Yeah,
yourself when you put it top 5. Get out of here with that shit.
So he produces the series of Metal Gear. It says my favorite game is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Yeah, no, I can see where you're going with that.
What do you think about Team Ninja Fumihiko? He got in #1 is Path of Exile 2, comrade. Are you surprised about that one?
For Team Ninja?
Yeah.
That is a little bit surprising, yeah. But I mean, it kind of makes, again, it kind of makes sense. Their worlds they do make that dark story worlds, and Path of Exile is a dark story world.
All right, so moving on. So
what more relevant here? Octopath Traveler half played this game, so he knows this. He might find interest in this. The producer for Octopath Traveler and Bravely Default, his #1 game was Ghost of Yotei and Death Stranding 2. Second, so what do you think about that half? Half's gone. It's fine. Unfortunate.
He went to the bathroom or something. Or his shit not working. But yeah, let's move on. What about Famitsu? They showed hardware sales. What week is that? 12/15 to 12/21? Bro. PlayStation 5 is getting demolished.
I did see this, yes.
Do you see that? The #1 is Switch 2, 221,000. Switch OLED is 18,000. And then the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, which is obviously the the region locked one, is 13,000. That, yo, they getting smashed. That's all I gotta say. How about you?
I mean, if you look at it, this is basically like a little snapshot of it. It's only obviously 1 week of sales. So the fact that they made 13,000 in sales in just 1 week in only Japan is still impressive. It's still an accomplishment. But like you said, yeah, compared to the 221,000 Switch 2s in the same week and 18,000 Switch OLED models in the same week, yet 13,200 PlayStation 5 digital region locked is, pretty sad. When you think about it this way as well, Switch is absurdly dominating because number one, Switch 2, number two, Switch OLED, number three, PlayStation 5 digital, which we talked about before, is that region locked one line like you mentioned. And then you look at it, number four, Switch Lite, number five, Switch, the original. So the Nintendo is absolutely dominating the Japanese market.
I'm in the room. What do you what?
Oh, Half,
Yeah, but I heard
you all
you.
right?
Yes. Uh my bad.
We were just talking about how Switch is dominating PlayStation in Japan.
Yeah, there's collectively it's over. They've been selling over like 300,000 units, and PlayStation only sold like, what is that, like 13,000, and then an extra 4,000, an extra 1,000. So like only
Not
around.
surprised. Not surprised at all. Especially with Nintendo dominating the handheld scene. Handhelds are pretty big in Japan, so there's that too. Yeah, that's all I really have to say there.
All right, so let's move on. How about let's talk about game impressions. What you guys been playing? Half?
Um, let's see. Last game I started playing was it's called VA11.
Valhalla?
Valhalla.
VA11 bartender something. But basically
Valhalla.
it's a it's a visual novel, and
Oh man, you play visual novels? I'm fucking.
every now and then, yeah. I still want to play Doki Doki Literature Club too. I heard that game was
Not
pretty
gonna lie,
good.
it does look interesting.
Yeah, it
Wait, you're
caught my
talking about
attention.
Valhalla Cyberpunk bartender action?
Yeah.
Yes. What the fuck is
V
this
V
shit?
VA Val
I gotta see a
Hall A.
trailer. I gotta see a trailer
It's
for this.
VA11 Hall A Cyberpunk Bartender. But basically, the gist of it is, you get your own little spot. It's made with like a 2D pixel sprite art, and you make drinks for people. And when you make drinks for people, whether you make the drinks the right way or the bad way, you get different lore. And the gist is to basically serve the right drink, save up money so you can pay off your rent and your bills, and make it through the day. You know, so and that's it. It's take place in like a cyberpunk world. Nice little thing to just play when you're winding down, going to sleep at night or something.
It seems like a pretty just like chill game sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah, you just shut your brain off, don't really have to think or anything. And yeah, so I've been enjoying that. And I bought this other game called Crosscode, which was actually pretty cool because I don't really like top-down games that much, but this game was actually pretty cool. So reminded me of like Legend of Zelda, the old ones I played for Game Boy Advance. But it's a lot of fun. And so how about you, comrade? Anything?
Well, I played Split Fiction last week with a friend of mine, Pam Lukacek.
Okay.
We grinded that game out. We play like 3 hours a day of it. It was kind of funny.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was a fun game. Like we play. I mean, it's not super long. I think it's only like 12 or 13 hours, so 3 hours a day. We just basically just played like every week for in the evening after work. It was a fun game. Like I said, I greatly enjoyed it. Uh, I can say, what was it, Pan Lukashik? He played all three of the previous games of this guy's style, which was obviously uh, A Way Out, um, It Takes Two, and now this one, Split Fiction. I only played A Way Out and Split Fiction. Out of the three, Pan Lukashik said his favorite still is A Way Out, and then this one is the second best. He said.
Still don't
I
understand that, but go ahead.
I don't understand that. Yeah, I think that this one obviously I think this one's the best one that he's made so far. This is just is super cool. Like the way he does it, the way that the two worlds, the fantasy world and the sci-fi world interact. It's awesome. And like I said, you can play this game online. There's a like you could go online with a random person. There's a couch local co-op, and there's obviously the way that Pan Lukashik and I did. We just did like I invited him through Steam to play my game. It has that free buddy game, so I bought the game while it was on sale, and I gave him like a free friend pass, so he didn't have to buy the game. I just had to invite him through Steam. All he had to do was download on Steam like a free version of the game. The free version is basically like a demo, but if I invite him, he's able to play the full game based on my save. And that's one of the things I really like about this guy's games. Like all his games are like that. They give you like that free friend pass, so you're able to play with your friends.
Should play with half.
Yeah, if half wants to play the game, I'll play it again. Like I said, it's worth playing again. I'll make half lead everything. I'll pretend like I'm an idiot. I don't have to pretend I lied. Never mind. I don't have to pretend like I'm an idiot. I currently am. But yeah, no, it's a fun game. Like I said, it's a good game, and I do think this is the best one that he's done so far. With my second favorite, obviously being A Way Out. Mainly because I never played It Takes Two, but based on what I've seen, I think A Way Out is going to be my second favorite. But I recommend it to anyone. Like I said, friends, family, that have a console and just want to play together. It's a great game. And after that, of course, I'm currently working on. I started last night playing Hogwarts Legacy. So
Nice.
yeah, so that's my current. And like I said, if you do ever want to play Takes Split Fiction Half, I'll play with you.
I got you, Brody. I got you. I'll let you know. I got too many games right now, in a good way.
Yeah. Sub,
Me?
I know you were
Me?
bragging to me
Me?
about how you beat like 1,000,000 games this week.
Shut
You
your
were
ass
bragging to
up.
me about it.
I beat Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Terrific game. One of the best RPG games I've ever played. Seriously, I'm not lying. Terrific. I got lost in the world. I put 100. Can't remember how much. Did I tell you? No.
No, you didn't tell me.
Fucking hell. I put 131 hours into that game. Terrific, man.
Sounds
Terrific.
like got your money's worth.
I'm not even completed with everything, I believe. Like, I like how natural you get at speech. If you talk to people and you do the right things naturally, gather information to get in the back. It's just a lot of things you can do. So, yeah. That's what I like about it. Control. I beat that. That's a great game, actually. I won't lie. I like this unsettling nature of it. I like the surreal live actors to video game. Um, it's just got a strong setting. It really does. Like, I want to see a Control 2. Like, I'm so interested. The foundation for this thing is very strong.
There is a Control 2. It's been already announced.
No, that's Control something else. It's not 2, the
That's
number 2.
Control, a direct sequel to the first game.
It's not 2
Because
though.
in the trailer of this Control sequel, it
Gonna get
literally
mad.
shows
Gonna get mad.
scenes from Control 1. But okay. Alright, Sab.
No, it's not Control 2, bro. It's Controlled something else because it's a different character from. It's not direct Control 2 start continuing that lady's adventure. What's her name? Forget. Jessie.
Yes, but she is in the trailer of the new Control. Never mind.
Yeah, all right.
Continue with your game impression, Sab. Never mind. We can argue about this later time.
Anyways, and the next game I'm gonna play after is Gris. I saw it because it takes about 3 hours to beat, pretty much, or a little over, depending. So I'm like, yeah, I can kill that today. So I want to see how that is. I didn't know it was that short. That's why I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, I need another game. Don't know what I'm gonna play after that though. But yeah. Next, the last topic is what are the top games you guys played? Don't have to be complete. Could be complete, whatever. Multiplayer. So what is the top games you guys played? Could be top 3, could be top 5. And it doesn't have to be a game that only released in 2025. Games you've played and completed in 20. Starting with half.
Top games? Man.
You don't beat games, I know that, so that's why I said played.
I do beat games, just not as many as you. But I beat games. Man, that's hard, man. I really need to sit down and think about this, but for the sake of the podcast, I'll say Monster Hunter 4.
What are you talking about?
You said what do you mean?
That's
all right,
wild.
All right, what are you talking
That's
about?
wild.
Huh?
That's wild.
No, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. You said the year doesn't matter.
My bad.
No, you're good. No, we were just
confused.
We thought you meant we didn't know which one 4 was. Sorry.
Yeah,
Monster
we don't
Hunter
know.
4 Ultimate for the Nintendo DS.
Hell
yeah.
You played that this year?
No, I thought you said you can name your favorite top 5 games.
No, that you played only in 2025. Could be like a 2005 game that you started and only played in 2025. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, for 2025, I would say right now, in no particular order, I would say Cyberpunk. I would say Star Ocean. I would say Astro Libra, and I would say Octopath Traveler. Oh wait, one more. I don't know. There's a few other good ones I played. I don't know. We'll throw Tormented Souls up there. Tormented Souls 2, that game that I compared to the old school Resident Evil. That's my list.
That's right, you didn't beat that game. We were praising.
You're right. Yeah. The game's hard. The puzzles are hard as dick. Okay? Give me a break.
No, I get that.
So, who's up next?
Conrad, who do you think?
Like I said, it's hard, and I have the memory of a goldfish, so I don't remember half the stuff I do, yesterday, let alone what I did this entire year. But let's see, my top games, like I said, the ones that I played, in no particular order. I'll go with 3. Like I said, Age of Mythology. That one, they just released the remake basically, so I was playing the shit out of that. I love that. I love Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology Retold, that's what it's called, the one that they re-released, remade. I was playing the shit out of that. I'm still playing the shit out of that because they're just releasing new stuff for that. Split Fiction, like I said, that was just the most recent one. I can't say enough about that. I had a great time with Luke and Lukashik. And was another one that I played. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Played that earlier in the year. That was a
Wait,
good
you
game.
did?
Yeah, I played that. That was way earlier in the year. Before I started streaming, unfortunately, but
Hellblade is dope.
Hellblade is a good game. Yeah, it's very, very story focused. Those are the ones that come out on top, like to me. What's another game I played? Shadow Tactics: Blades of the Shogun. I beat that one as well. This way earlier in the year. Once again, before I started streaming, unfortunately. So, but might revisit them at some point. They were good games. Those are the ones that come to mind. Like I said, the fun games that I had. How about you, Sub?
Oh yeah, no,
We'll go to you.
I made a list.
Okay. Oh boy, you were ready for this.
Here we go.
2025 being 2025, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Second, Death Stranding 2. Third, Hades. Fourth, System Shock. Fifth, Shinobi Art of Vengeance. And this list might change because this is not final. Ghost of Yote 6, 7 Control. This is gonna be one of my top 10. Evil Within.
Oh yeah,
8,
that's right. I did
9
play
Dead
Ghost
Cells.
of Yote as well. That literally just happened. Why didn't I remember that? Yeah, Ghost of Yote. I played that too. So thanks for reminding me.
9 Dead Cells, 10 Indica. And I got a lot more, but I have 23 pretty much. But yeah, those
I played what was that? You
30.
were
I
sharing
played
with me your
30 actually, to be honest.
30
because
games this month.
I played Marathon. I could add it to the list. This is games beaten though. My list. It's not just. This is just completed. So this is not including multiplayer and stuff. Actually, I should. Because we did play March of Giants and I played Marathon.
Yeah, I remember that. But like you said,
Arc
yep,
Raiders.
I remember we played all those. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So yeah, I just be gaming, Gris. I'm gonna be like I said. This list is always changing, so nothing's final, and my feelings might change next week. You know. So yeah,
You are very indecisive.
it's not indecisive. It's just you know how a stew, you just let those thoughts and story and it just stews over time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. But yeah, that's it. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Fuck you.
Nope.
Nothing
We fell
else.
asleep listening. We fell asleep listening to your massive list of games.
Shut your ass up. Anyways, yeah, Conrad not gonna be here next week because he's a little bitch. So yeah.
Because I have a fucking conference I have to go to for work. Thank you very much.
Yeah, just imagine him with a briefcase and a suit. He's running out the door with a tea, cup full of tea.
Yeah, with toast in my mouth, and a PowerPoint presentation on my computer. Yeah. Like anime girl style with toast in my mouth.
Oh, you want to be an anime girl? That's cute. And like on that, we're gonna end. Shout out to Lesu Games with a Z TTV on Twitch. You'll see it on the screen. If you can follow our podcast, like and dislike, we appreciate the love for whoever listens. Comrade, got anything to say, anime girl?
Oh, woo!
Please don't do that again. Have you got anything to say? Have.
I'll take that as a no.
You probably step
from Haft.
away. Had to deal with
The
his
cat
cat.
probably invading him again. So
Follow.
leaving the deal with the cat.
Yeah, Half has an Instagram. Go give him some love. I forgot what it's called. Comrade, do you remember?
He's got some real awesome photos that he takes. He's an excellent photographer.
No, I gotta
Give him
search
some
that
love.
up. I keep forgetting. Look here, I can only hold so much in my brain. How do you? Oh, Visuals by Donnell. That's what it's called. Okay, go show him love. Comrade's Twitch is also on the thing. Comrade Beard. Thank you again for listening. Have a happy new year.